News Talk Breakfast.
In association with AIR. Seamless connections with Ireland's #1 broadband provider.
Now, a group representing workers in the nightlife sector has written a letter to the Taoiseach, the Taoiseach and the Minister for Arts, criticising the government's response to its reopening and warning that a continued shutdown will result in an upsurge in unregulated events. And Sunil Sharp, spokesperson for the Give Us the Night campaign, joins us now on News Talk Breakfast. Sunil, first of all, just outline for people what it is that was in that letter to members of the government and what it is you're looking for.
Well, it's a range of measures that we're looking for the government to introduce and implement as soon as possible. We don't expect it to be done overnight, but we do expect there to be a plan put in place and then put together starting at the beginning of September, when the next changes to the laws will be made in relation to gatherings and events and venues. So, there's many asks. I mean, one of them, for instance, would be that we can put trial events on, and there's been a lot spoken about pilot events, and we haven't really had any proper pilot events now. And also pilot events seem to be, so far, a lot of it seems to be for optics. It's just to fend people from the industry.
You're talking about these things
away
that we've seen
and hope that the problem will go away. But the problem hasn't gone away. We have to return as an industry, and we now need to put on test events with the view to then reopening the industry at a later date.
You're talking about those things that we saw in the Ivy Gardens and all, with sort of string out pods where people, I don't mean strung out, but you know what I mean, that they were marked off with string or rope and people had to stay within them, all that kind of stuff. A very artificial environment. Are you looking for actual normal events? I know that the electric picnic obviously didn't go get planning permission yesterday.
I don't think those events were ambitious enough. I think a lot of work went into setting them up. You would also wonder why you would set up something like that and not leave it up for longer and not allow more outdoor events to take place over the rest of the summer as well, So definitely some things did work with it. I mean, the antigen testing service definitely worked. It was reliable, it was fast, and it definitely showed something that was put in place that could work and could be rolled out more in the future. But, there's all sorts of obstacles and challenges that we face, and our industry as well. And testing is at the centre of this to actually alleviate those problems in the future. And it's really important that we roll out a bigger testing service, a testing service. Like, for instance, PCR tests, to actually just get a PCR test, you're talking anywhere in and around €100 or more to get one to travel now, for instance. I mean, it's a scam, let's face it, and this needs to be subsidised, and there needs to be free PCR tests, free antigen tests. There needs to be a safer route back to return for the industry, and the government need to get behind this and need to help the industry return in a serious fashion now this time.
So can I just ask you one last question?
Actually get their checkbook out and make it happen.
Do you feel very hard done by when you hear things like that there will likely be 40,000 people at Croke Park in August for the All Irelands, but the electric picnic was denied planning permission yesterday in Stradbally?
No, I don't, and I know I try not to dwell on that. I try to think about us and not what others are doing. I think that we if we're given the chance can do a good job here. Not everyone is going to get it 100% right in any industry, and there's been outbreaks across many other industries as well, some of which haven't been highly publicised, especially in schools as well. There was many outbreaks in schools and that a lot of that stuff never made the news, but it doesn't really matter. We're not here to point fingers. We just want to be given a chance like everybody else, and it's time to put a plan in place, into place this month and roll it out from next month with the view to allowing the industry to return at the beginning of October.
All right. Look, thank you very much for speaking to us this morning on the programme. That is Sunil Sharp there, the spokesperson for the Give Us the Night campaign.